Hello everyone, it's Isaac here, back with another video, and in today's video I'm going to talk about just some basic gear that I recommend you get if you're going to be a serious Nitro type YouTuber. Some of this stuff will cost money, so make sure you get your parents' permission first. Obviously you don't have to get any of this stuff. This is just stuff that I have found helped quite a bit, at least with my YouTube career. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with the free stuff, because there's a little bit of that. First things first, make sure, and this is just for the sake of making sure your computer runs the best when you're recording, make sure your Windows is up to date or whatever operating system you're using. If you're using Chrome, that automatically updates. That is one of the few reasons I actually like Chrome OS. Not the browser Chrome, but like Chrome OS on like a Chromebook. I used to use a Chromebook. Or with Windows, you can just open that. Go to Control. Oh, is it Windows? Yeah, it's Windows S. Go to Updates. Then you click check for updates. That's something completely free that'll help your computer run better when you are recording. Another thing you can do is go to, once again, hang on, I don't know why that didn't work. Oh yeah, there we go. So power plan, and if your computer's still having trouble, hit high power. Or if you have, you have Windows, I don't know what you're gonna do there, but it's something that I do recommend you do. Mine is on like medium, because this thing runs recording fine. It does lag a little bit, but my computer always lags a little bit, so it's not something I can fix, and it doesn't get any worse when I record. Next thing, get a good screen recorder, of course. That's a good piece of equipment you should have. I use OBS. I highly recommend it. One of these days I'm going to make a video talking basically about all like the really specific settings that will help you kind of get rid of lag. Something that I really recommend you should probably watch a video on if you're going to get OBS. If you're using a Chromebook or something like that, then there is a workaround where you can get OBS, but I don't recommend doing it. It just doesn't run well. In that case, I recommend Loom. I actually talked about all this stuff in my video yesterday. But a good video recorder and a good streaming capable recorder such as OBS. Next thing, this kind of goes along with what I just said. Try to stream, maybe a little bit. I don't know. You don't have to, but I recommend doing it. I gain most of my subscribers when I'm streaming. Sometimes you'll get a donation, which is always nice, although nobody has to ever send me any money, unless I want to give away on Discord, that you hosted, but other than that, nobody has to send me money, ever, because I have plenty of money. Next thing is next, and now we're starting to get into some of the stuff that isn't free. I recommend getting some sort of separate display, and I say this because when you stream, it is nice to be able to read the chat. If you go to your channel dashboard, there is some way to drag the chat into here, but it is more, and I've not been able to figure it out, but I did see, I believe it was Star Wars Freak, he was streaming, and he had his chat down here, so I'll have to ask him how he did that. But I do recommend getting some sort of external display, whether that be another monitor, whether that be maybe a tablet or a phone. I use a tablet. I also could use my school laptop if I wanted to, but I don't know. I really try not to use my school laptop for anything but school. Next thing, I recommend getting a webcam that is adjustable. By that, I mean like an external webcam. The reason I say this, as you know, hand cam videos, people like to watch hand cam videos, and I like to make hand cam videos. I can't do that without a webcam, because first of all, I use a desktop system. My monitor does not have a webcam built in, and for people that use laptops that have webcams built in, those typically aren't very good quality, and you can't, like, if you want to aim them at your hands, you kind of gotta, like, move the laptop to a point where you can't see the screen very well. And especially if you're not using a nicer laptop display, maybe you're not using an IPS panel, you're not going to be able to read the screen anyway when it's flipped at a non-ideal viewing angle. This monitor is nice because it's an IPS display, meaning that I can move my head any which way and the colors don't change. In fact, I could do that now and test it out. Yep, it's fine. But yeah, I do recommend getting an external webcam, and I also recommend getting one with a microphone built in, because unless you're super serious about audio, the ones that are built into your external webcam are going to be like really nice compared to like your laptop ones. Now these don't cost very much, anywhere from $20 to $30. I went for a little bit more of an expensive one, around $60. I recommend getting one that can record 1080p 60 FPS, so not the cheapest. Like I said, this one was about $60. It was on sale though, so that was nice, and they had a coupon. But I do recommend getting a webcam. It's just a really nice thing to have. Next thing's next. Now we're starting to get into the nice to haves but not necessary, and that is an external microphone. I'm going to be getting one very soon, probably around Christmas time. You don't need to spend a lot of money on a microphone. I know a lot of people are like, oh, go get this $200 microphone, it's awesome. To the untrained ear, you're not going to hear a very big difference between a $200 microphone and like a $100 microphone. In fact, the one I'm looking into getting is very good. It's a lot of good ratings. It's named one of the best budget microphones there is, and it's only like $50. So I know some of this stuff is expensive for some people. Like I said, this is just basic stuff. You don't have to buy any of this stuff. I'm not pressuring you. You're not going to be a worse YouTuber if you don't have this stuff. This is just stuff I recommend you get. That's something I should have clarified earlier. Just recommended stuff to get. Obviously, you do need a screen recorder. That's not something that you can not operate with, because you need something to record your screen. Windows actually has something built in. You can do like a keyboard command, it'll start recording your screen. I've thought about using that, but I like OBS more because you have more settings. I'm trying to think of anything else. I don't believe there really is anything. I guess if you're really serious, this is more typing than YouTuber thing, but if you are interested in keyboards, I always recommend getting a mechanical keyboard, even if it's a cheaper one. They feel so much better to type on, in my opinion, than a membrane keyboard. They do take some getting used to. But if you've ever shown it to my live streams, I always have my hand cam, my mechanical keyboard. You've probably seen it. It's pretty basic, but it was nice. It's good build quality, and I really like typing on it. It'll also make your hand cams appeal more because you have a nice keyboard. But obviously, if you're using a laptop keyboard or just like a basic wireless membrane keyboard you have attached to maybe your desktop, or if you have like a Mac workstation or whatever, that's completely fine. I'm not gonna judge you for this. I'm just, like I said, this is just suggested stuff. I don't recommend getting anything if you feel uncomfortable spending money. This is why I said this is for serious Nitro type YouTubers such as myself, because I've spent already a fair bit of money on this channel, and I haven't really, like, it's not even a big channel. I've spent money on it. I've spent money on my webcam. What else have I spent money on? I almost spent money on a video recorder once, but then I found OBS and then I didn't need to. But I also bought this keyboard. That was more for my typing experience. But yeah, I've invested a little bit of money in this channel. Obviously nobody has to, but we're going to do a quick recap. So like I said, getting a good screen recorder, I recommend OBS for Windows and Mac, or Linux. I don't think anyone runs Linux here, but if you do, you can get OBS. I recommend, like I said, getting like a webcam, even if it's a really cheap one. That's probably going to be better than your laptop one, or better than maybe if you don't even have one because you're using a desktop. I recommend getting a webcam with a microphone built in. It's at least a decent quality microphone, because those are actually pretty good deals. The one I have built into my webcam sounds pretty good, and basically I don't have to, like, if I didn't have to, I wouldn't have to buy an external microphone. And I have that nice peace of mind knowing that if I ever do get an external microphone, I don't have to worry about it breaking because I have my backup. Obviously, I'm still going to not be very happy if it breaks, because that was my own money I spent. But, like I said, it's just nice having the peace of mind. I guess one other thing I recommend getting, and this isn't even for, like, YouTube stuff, but I find that a lot of times, if you get gold membership on your NitroType account, I don't know, it's just kind of a nice touch, right? It's not necessary. I know plenty of really good NitroTypists that don't have gold, and to be honest, if you want the perks of gold, you can basically just race more to get the cash it gives you, and you can get an ad blocker, and then as long as you don't mind getting the season cards that are only for gold members, you're pretty much just good to go. But like I said, having gold is kind of nice to have. You don't have to have it. I'm not going to judge you if you don't. It's just something nice to have, and people will typically take your account a bit more seriously than if you didn't. I know I have several people watching that don't have gold, and I'm completely fine with that. They're still very good typists, they're still very good YouTubers. I'm not judging them for that. Like I said, it's just something that I recommend getting if you're serious about NitroType, and you're willing to spend a little bit of money. That is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you ever bought for your channel, if you feel comfortable sharing that, of course. Let me know what it was. Did it cost? You don't have to tell me exactly how much it cost. It's like, did it cost a lot? Was it something you had to save up for a long time? Do you enjoy it? Do you think it was worth it? I don't know, just stuff like that. If you liked today's video, I don't know if I already said this, I'm very tired. Great if you liked the video, maybe you can consider subscribing to the channel. We are getting very close to 100 subscribers. I believe right now we are at 89 subscribers, so we're getting there. I've really been happy with the growth lately. Thank you all for the people that have been subscribing. It really does mean a lot to me. Like, every single subscriber means a lot to me. That is truly it for today's video. Stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye, everyone. Have a fantastic day.